This is Reza. Welcome to channel Reza Blade, and you have stumbled upon a YouTube live that did not go as planned. Who would have thunk it? Wah, that's who would have thunk it. So, I hope this doesn't prevent people from coming. I know I announced this intention between 4:30 or so and 5, and it's 7 o'clock now. I wanted to give people plenty of time to prepare, but YouTube wouldn't allow me to select the live that I had already created. So I guess we'll see what happens here. This is an experiment anyway. Last time I did this kind of a thing, people said, hey, yeah, that idea you had about a random act of selection, I will definitely be interested in seeing you select work to do randomly. So I decided that I'd go ahead and do that. Again, I'm sorry that YouTube pooped out on me and wouldn't allow my previously scheduled live to continue, but I am here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these out of the way. I did have to do a set just to sort of have something to start with, but everything I decide is going to be random, and I have a pendulum, which I've never used before. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. So first thing I'm going to do is choose what kind of nail art I'm going to do. Here's our little sheet of paper here. And then the next thing I'm going to choose is colors. So we'll see if this works out. And I hope if you're watching this at a later time that this is fun and interesting for you. So you'll see here I have selected everything I could think of. I did leave a couple of blanks. And here is my pendulum, just to show that I really do have a whole new agey pendulum right here. And besides having seen spirits and done spirit things in the past, here's a line. Today we're going to try doing something totally random. So I have a pendulum, and I'm going to select something. I mean, we have sponging, we have smushmanis, we have gradients, we have all of the different techniques that I could think of off the top of my head. So we're going to have a pendulum, choose that, and then I have a color chart beneath that. And I have done a set. This is the color we're working with. I believe it is called, what's this? Dancing on My Own. Hey, hey, hey! You came right in time to see me select what we're going to do with the pendulum. Okay, so I'm going to sort of make this a little shorter so that you can see what happens. And I'm going to say, pendulum, I set my intentions. I would like to choose something fun for us to work on together today. All right? All right. And when we even out from a circle, okay, so the point is right over gradient. I don't know if that is my technique being correct or flawed, but that's where we are today. So we're going to do a gradient today. I hope that makes everybody happy. And let's choose colors, shall we? All right. So we've got blues, we've got purple, plum violet, reds, greens, and whites, silvers, grays. This is going to be fun. I have the microphone around my head so that you'll be with me, but I will have to run off and find polishes for this. This is so crazy. Why am I doing this? Because you guys said it would be fun. Okay, so again, I am setting my intention with the pendulum, and I say, pendulum, we're doing gradients today. I hope you find something to go fun with our nail color that will be an enjoyable experience for all of us and enlightening too. All right, so we're gonna go. Let's do the thing. Okay, so it's choosing. This is annoying. So it's going back and forth on a straight line from purple, plum, violet to whites, silvers, grays. For the three of you who are here, who says what? Should I choose purple plum violet or white silver grays? First person to answer, I'm going to listen to. If you answer. So it says purple plum violet or whites, silvers, grays. Personally, I think maybe purple plum violet might work better, but purple. Okay, there we go, Cami. There we go. Okay, we're going to do purple. I think that's going to do really well. So we're going to do, so the pendulum chose for us, we're going to do gradients and we're going to do purple. And I'm going to randomly choose a stamping plate. This is the pendulum we chose with. I'm going to put it aside for now. And, okay. Let's grab some purple plum violet. This is craziness. I'm not on the screen because I keep my nail polishes in the hallway. In totes. So this is going to be an incredible adventure. I'm just choosing various purples here right now. Essentially, I'm just choosing the quickest because that is my journey today. All right, so let's see, what did we do? We did these. One more. One more. All right, I'm coming. Just keep thinking, if I keep waiting, I'll find something amazing. And to tell you the truth, I have a lot of the same purples. All right. Here we go. This is where we are. So we chose purple plum violet and gradient. And this is where we are for the actual polishes. I just chose something that came to my hand easily and quickly. And now I'm going to grab something to stamp with, because I think everybody does intend me to stamp. This is so funny. These are things, I don't know how this is all going to work out. This is all random. So here is no, these are all non-seasonal. So I have a few different places where I keep plates right after I've worked with them. And right now I have plates everywhere because I've been very depressed for the past 2 months. So here we go. We're going to randomly pick a stamping plate. And what's this one? I don't know. This feels a little bit boring. What do you think, friends? Do you want me to work on something Christmassy? Or are we like, that won't help me with Christmas, let's work on something else? This one looks like a little bit of fun. We might do a little bit of this. What do you all think? I don't know. I'm really biased. Christmas. Okay. Ursuline, you spoke up first. You win. Christmas. Let's see if I have any Christmas in this thing. I might not. This is like stuff I'm supposed to review and stuff I'm supposed to sort of go through. Okay, no Christmas here. We will find Christmas, my friend. We will find Christmas. Alright, is any of this Christmas? We have fall. We have French things. J'adore la langue française. C'est ma favorite. Probably said that terribly. Come on, I've got to have some Christmas. I've been doing nothing but Christmas nails for forever. All right, I'm gonna show you everybody something really huge. If I have it out, I might not have my Christmas stuff out, but I have my Christmas tote bag or tote. So, if you want to see how I store my plates, this is, oh my goodness, I just dropped something. Anyway, so that big old long tote is what I have my Christmas plates in. I have a special seasonal bin that's just for Christmas. So, Ursuline, you said Christmas. And randomly, I am bound and determined to give you Christmas. So, just pulling out 2 plates out of the very middle. Lucky for me, I had the genealogy stuff together. They look almost coordinating. I don't actually know if they're coordinating. Let's see. This is Maniology M078. And we have a bunch of ornaments in all sorts of shapes and sizes. And then we have Maniology M039. And you'll notice that the big hazard at the way I have been storing my plates is these scratches here. That shouldn't be happening, but I did it. It's my fault. Okay, so let's say we have a gradient. And I know that reciprocal gradients are all the rage about now. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little bit of tape here. And then in the middle, because I like symmetry, I'm going to put a little bit of tape here. I'm going to warn you, I've been stressed out and it's winter. So if I decide I have to take off my gloves at any point, my hands are going to be hideous. Yesterday, I was waiting for an appointment call from a doctor's office, and I realized I've been biting my skin, which I haven't done in 3 whole entire years. So I've backslid quite a bit with this whole season. It's been a little bit stressful. Anyway, so the whole point of me doing this today is sort of to give myself the, I don't know, adrenaline isn't the word, but maybe sort of the right start feeling. So these are the gradient that I'm going to do, just in case you're wondering what I'm up to. The pendulum chose gradient, and here I am. So I use these sponges. They're my favorite. Butometry has them, but also so does AliExpress, and I think Amazon too. The black round sponges are what I use. So here's the lightest color. Here's the middle color. We are also having nail art and wine. Not that I have something I'm actively drinking from right now, but that I had a couple of beverages this afternoon, and I noticed that I probably would need to tell you all just to be clear. Oh, isn't it lovely? I use this one all the time. Let me look. It's called Nature's Bouquet. I use that so often. All right. And so we have what I'm doing here. Sometimes when you get the first coat on, you'll want to go over. With these sponges, it's not entirely necessary, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. Just because I'm trying to do the things I say I do. All right, so we should be able to do this really quick here. All right, so I'm gonna leave the light on the front and the dark in the back, and we're gonna put it down again. One more coat for the darkest color. We got the middle color in here. And then we have the lightest color here. Trying to make sure, give me a note if I'm not in the frame. I'm really trying very hard to stay in frame because I know how frustrating it is if you're trying to learn something or pay attention to something and it's just not working out. One last time with the polishes, just to get the very best look I can get. Better too safe than too reckless. And I apologize for any vocal fry I'm displaying right now. Okay, there we go. We've got this. Let's see. Does it go? Is it clean? Will it be nice to me? Rip. Okay, we have a problem, but it's probably an easy to fix problem. There we go. Did you see how quick that was? All I did was, so here's the deal, Cami. I will use this and then I'll let it dry. And then if it's a regular side sponge, I'll use the other side. But if, okay, so the second and third layers, I have found that the best preventative is waiting a full 30 seconds to a minute between layers. Now that's not what I did just then, that is my fault, but that is what I found. I will pick up the color over and over again. See, we have a problem again. I'm going to fix that with the silicone, hopefully. That's why I keep these silicone pushers around. Just so that anytime I'm doing some color blocking, see how I fix that? Right quick. That's these silicone thingy dingers. And that is the technical term. Be clear. Let's get that right. They are thingy dingers. We're going to go ahead and put some top coat. It is a quick dry because I have an assignment. I'm not forgetting we have an assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and top coat this so that I can stamp over it. It's a quick dry, so it's not just going to itself dry quickly, it's also going to cure quickly, which is what we care about, where those layers of polish under it will be safe too. All right. So, all right, you don't have to wrap the tip with the top coat if you're stamping and then top coating, but I just, you know, I do all these super safe things because I am paranoid. Okay, so let's talk about stamping. So I've done something with this. This is polish. This isn't a dent in the polish, so that's fine. I can fix that with. So with these, I have some stripes. I have some snowflakes. Ooh, I like this sweater print kind of thing here. And then here's a general Christmas print. We have penguins. All right, and what do we have over here with these ornaments? We have, I like the raccoon, aka trash panda. And what else do we have? I'm going to do the trash panda and the fox. Unless y'all have, well, maybe I'll do a trash panda and a wreath or ornament. Let's try one harder and one easy. You know what? No, this is alive and it's 7:23. Let's go both easy. Okay, so now that I'm done with my gradient, I'm going to remind you I used, let's see what we used. The middle color was Let's Jam from China Glaze. The end color was Alice from Zoya. And that lightest color from Great Lakes Lacquer is Nature's Bouquet. And that is a thermal. I have that, is it Reyes syndrome? I have that syndrome where you have cold hands and they get super, super cold. Anyway, so thermals don't work on me. That's funny. I did not ever know it was a thermal. I'm going to pull these. They are probably finely etched. I usually make that assumption with these tiny stamps. Do I do it in black? I don't know if I want to stamp in black right here. Do I have a gold? Probably I have a gold. Let's leave these as plain, which means I'm going to have to fix this right here. I don't know how this happened. But, oh, and if you're watching me on my YouTube channel, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I mean, especially if you're not subscribed by now. I am going to be starting my videos up again soon. I just have to get the panic attacks. I just have to get the panic attacks under control. All right. Oh, come on. So this came apart on me. I'm pushing it down so that I get this all taken care of. Here we go. It's really hard for me to, you know what? I'm going to do brown. Purple and brown work. I'm not going to use gold. It's just because these raccoon, like his eye spaces, they're not going to look correct in gold. And I'm not saying they'll look correct in brown either, but they'll look better than what I have in mind right now. What you hear are 5 containers. Oh dear heavens. I thought I put that back. I didn't. Well, doesn't matter. I still can't use it. It's not here. So I have a couple of fun videos coming up pretty soon here. All right, let's see. I 100% know it was here. Oh, going insane. Well, screw it. Let's do the black. I had a metallic brown just a second ago, any moment ago. Let's just say that I had better plans for this. That metallic brown would have been perfect. So here's Hit the Bottle. It's a black. And because I'm kind of assuming these are finer etched, I'm leaving it just to soak in for a second. And then I'm going to smush it once. I'm going to roll. And then I'm going to pick off the survivors. That's not nice. Okay. Anyway, so we have our raccoon. And let's do a little bit of a cleanup. I saw somebody mention the other day that they didn't have to clean up every time they stamped. And that is factually accurate. I just don't know. I don't think I would enjoy that. I think I would rather pick up after every stamp. All right, let's do the green here. I mean, tree is the word I was looking for. Sorry about that. I have that whole wrong word syndrome that ADD people sometimes have. Or sometimes we just look desperately for the word and it's not coming. All right, so I'm not a huge fan of that, but it'll work fine. Press that down so that I can separate that and get it off. There we go. All right, so now the first thing that I'm going to do after I take away the extras is I'm going to go ahead and, well, yes, I'm going to clean this off. But after I clean that off, I'm going to go ahead and put some clear coat on because this is a reverse stamp. So this, to be clear, this is the gradient I was displaying. I picked that off of a, oh God, help me, what's the word? Pendulum little chart. And my crystal pendulum helped me choose. That was an idea I had the other day, and I think 5 of you voted yes, and nobody voted no. And those were the only votes I got, so I chose yes. It's better than choosing violence. That's all I have to say about that. All right, so we have these 2 guys ready to go, and I've already chosen one top coat for that. I'm gonna, what do I do? Should I do something? Maybe it'll be ready for me to work on him. Oh no, what color are raccoons? It's not black and white. What if I have the coloring all wrong? I can't use Google because I'm going live on my phone. Somebody help me. Did I do this guy wrong? Should this have been black? It feels like black. Well, let me try a brown. Okay. If it's black and brown, let me try a brown. Let's see. I'm guessing. Oh, goodness. Wow. Okay, I'm going to make my brown. I complained about how long nail art takes me, and then I'm like, I'm going to make custom colors for every single color I've got. Goodness gracious me. Okay. So I will be combining those 2 grounds, but first we're going to need, for the notions or fixings or whatever, they're not fixings, but I'm trying to think of what they're called when you do jewelry work. This little gold thing right here. I'm going to use one of my smallest nail art brushes for that. And I'm just painting in the gold. I can go ahead and do this on the tree too. I'm just going to paint in the gold here. Trying to pay attention to where the frame is. So I've got my gold. So I'm all set. This is probably a nice little quick mani. I anticipate we're not going to mess with the White outline around the mask. Okay, shoot. Let's see. Let's see. What if? But they're brown also, right? I thought they were... Okay. Let's see. So if I am a white stamping polish and also a couple of different browns. Silver would work instead of white. Sure, but I don't have any silver out. What about white gold? Let's do that, huh? Okay, so first thing we're going to do is get his eyeballs. So gray, you say. Okay. So we have white and gray. Okay. So not brown? I'm just going to go by what you all say. So they're grayish. Okay. So I'm going to leave a little bit of... I can't close anything. We're going to get rid of this really dark brown, since it sounds like I'm incorrect. And they weren't brown. Okay. So we're going to get a little bit of... I don't even have a gray out. Where can I find a gray? Let's see if the second... Okay. Yeah, we've got some gray here. What's that? What's up with this guy? Nope, not a gray. Let's see. This is almost gone, but... You do need more practice. Kimmy, quitting won't help you get better. I do agree. Toothpick can be helpful, but I really do find that the nail art brushes they were the big difference. Okay. So I'm pretending like I know what I'm doing with this raccoon. I do remember that they're kind of banded, but I don't actually know how banded. So, we're going to get some more brown. Oops, that is a real bad thing. Normally, I would be done with the mani after that. Well, I would take a break. All right. Now remember, I can do all this over the eyeballs because... I have already colored them in. If you hadn't colored them in, you would definitely not want to be messing around with that. Color in their ears. I don't know how I'm doing. I'm just sort of applying color with a sort of a dab motion. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this guy to fill everything in that I haven't gotten with the gray. And we'll just see how that works. But we're going to wait to see it because I'm going to do the Christmas tree first. I'm going to give you an idea how if this were your mani, you could sort of make it a little bit fancier if you wanted. But I'm not going to pressure you. We're all doing what we can do. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, I hope that worked out. Even if it doesn't, it's pretty cute. Pretty cute guy. Then we're going to get our brush clean, and then we're going to go ahead and do the green. It is somewhere around 0 degrees Fahrenheit in Missouri. We've got a lot of ice on the roads. Not a lot of snow, but that ice is a really big deal. How are all of you? Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. Okay. So how is everybody? I hope you're all okay. I hope everyone's safe. I specifically bought a wine for today. I thought we're going to have a snow day. I'm going to need some wine. All right. So here's a pretty polish, P-A-H-L-I-S-H. That's the brand name, not just actual nail polish. So I'm going to go ahead and go in here. I had promised everybody a story time, but with me doing Christmas and not focusing on Halloween, I had totally forgotten about my story time. I'm going to tell you a really quick story time. So, this is funny. This is one of the reasons that my second ex-husband and I thought we were meant to be, and maybe we were. Oh my goodness, Cindy. Yuck. -10 is no fun. So, anyway... what was I going to say? Oh, about my second ex-husband. They're both named Josh. Oh, Cheryl, stay safe. Please stay safe. You don't need, I hope you don't need anything right now from outside. So a lot of reasons my second ex-husband Josh and I thought we were meant to be together. We were both, I don't know, at the same place at the same time. And I'm just putting some Wet n Wild on the back of these so that they go down really easy. I'm not putting any white on the back of the reverse stamps because they're going on a fairly light background. It's going to be just fine as far as I reckon. I guess I would say if I were a country girl. Anyway, so reasons Josh and I, oh my goodness, look at what I just did. I went on autopilot and I took every bit of color out of the Christmas tree, if you can see what I've done. I also removed the garland that's in there. So I'm going to keep telling my story, but remind myself not to get distracted again. Oh, that's disappointing. Anyway, so we decided to move in together after 30 days, which I know is not a lot of time. I was raised Mormon. There was a lot of stuff about knowing your husband when you saw him. That's all I'm going to say about that. And we all wanted to get married. I had already been married, but it had to another Josh, but it had fused out after, it shorted out after only 18 months. It didn't work out well. Anyway, so Josh 2.0 and I had a lot in common. And we had a lot of fun, and we loved Irish music, and we ended up at a lot of Irish bars singing Irish music. I was on black. That's what I was doing for this Christmas tree. Anyway, after about a month, my living situation was sort that I wasn't really left with anywhere specific to go, so we decided to move in together. And we needed furniture. I brought over one of those, and I don't know if you'll know what I mean when I mention it, but it was one of those like octagonal coffee tables from the 70s where it's all made with really cheap dark wood paneling, and there's a cabinet, but it's also a side table, so it, one of those really heavy lamps could go on top. Tell me if you know what I mean, like those octagonal ones. Very specific kind of night table or side table. And we have two of them. One of them was for me, and one of them we found the weekend we moved in to our apartment. We found it in a different, I'm glad you know what I mean, Cindy. We moved into a totally different place, so I brought my octagonal 70s table with me. Come on, please, no more screw-ups. This is one of those days. Okay, I'm going to try a cheat. I never do this. I certainly never do this while I'm talking. All right, let's do this. So I'm covering up a mistake I made. Well, that's the attempt anyway. I'm gonna take off any extra. Keep it simple. When you're doing freehand and you can't do freehand and you mess up like that, you don't have to put that trunk in there. What rule says you have to put the trunk in there? Just get it together. Anyway, get it together, soldier. We found an octagonal table, one of those 70s side tables, where we moved in, at the apartment complex we moved in, right across the street. And we found this extra octagonal dark wood panel table. It totally matched mine. Except there was a little bit of a tweak with one of the knobs on the door. And Josh kept saying, this reminds me of mine, the one we had as a kid. I swear to God, mine would do this little thing when you tried to open the door and it would sort of, be loose. And I'm like, well, there have to be all sorts of octagonal tables that are loose when you move them around. He grew up about half an hour south of St. Louis. Just because I can't afford any more bull crap. I'm using smudge-free top coat. I don't normally advise that with reverse stamps because it will make them brittle. But the next thing I'm going to use will not be smudge-free top coat. Fudge! Cock-a-doodle-doo! Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm totally ready to babysit. I did not let a single thing fly out of my mouth right there that couldn't be muttered in PG-13 company. That was a lot of frustration right there. Wow. Okay. When I tell you that I make mistakes so that you'll do it right, I mean, that's only half of it, right? You know how to fix your mistakes. Yes, that's true. But also, you know what? Sometimes crap just goes wrong. You hit the wrong, knob on the... Oh my God, now I'm going to be forced to remember the name of those metal arcades. Those little, not ping pong games. They've got they've got little paddles. Anyway, those games. Arcade games. Like I hit the wrong lever and everything turned out terribly. And you all... Pinball. Thank you, number 4. Pinball. All right. So anyway, pinball. It's like I hit the wrong lever on the wrong side. I knew when I had to hit it, but I did not hit the right lever. All right, here we go again. We're all going to... I wish I remembered the patron saint of starving artists. There is one. I don't remember who that is. Anyway. There we go. So now I'm making this clean and nice and awesome. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a single... Okay, I'm going to pour myself a little more. I try to keep it really dry, but clearly there is a threshold. So let's go. And let's go. There we go. Now I just swipe that over super quick. All right, so I think that the tree can go... Yes, thank you, Cindy. Holding all of our breaths. We're just holding our breaths. This guy, whether he's correct or not, is ready to stamp. So I'm going to go ahead and get my sticky base coat. I should have given myself an actual beverage. Excuse me. Because my throat is very dry and it might start to sound not great. So it needs 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and drink a little bit of soda. The wind is so bad in this storm. The wind is awful. All right. Here we go. I don't actually know what color raccoons are, but this is our raccoon ornament. It looks like a panda on probation, but I'll take it. Let's go. We're going to go ahead and use our Seche Vite to cover this guy. Some people find that they're... Now, we don't ever want to go twice over an area that we just put top coat on if we haven't used the anti-smudge. Because we're going to... Oh, look, look. There's a hair. There's a hair. Always try to catch those hairs. All right, because they're going to give you crap later if you don't find them. So there's our probationary panda, aka trash panda. So that really works, that theme. We're on point there. Now it is my desire to finish this reverse stamp. May I please? Oh, universe. I'm going to set my intention. And I'm going to think positively. And I'm also going to kick this stamp's butt if it doesn't do it for me this time. Are you with me? I can't believe I smudged that thing last time. It's probably still wet now. I'm risking it. I hope you're not all hearing me blowing, but I'm just going to do this real quick. And we can exhale. All right, so what we're using for the Christmas tree today is a new polish I got from Polish, P-A-H-L-I-S-H. This is one of my first indies. Look at that awesome iridescence. This one is called Mistel. It sounds vaguely Yiddish to me. So that is, what can I do while I can show you the rest of the mani. What was this one? I just painted it with this one. All right, so this is the main color of the mani. Just came yesterday, Dancing on My Own. Well, I don't know, maybe that's from the Regency collection. People have been doing a lot of Bridgerton's collections lately. So anyway, this is the base color of this mani, if you were all wondering. And now that I have put down my advice about, not advice, my information about my raw materials, let's get to it, shall we? So I'm going to be really careful about touching the actual stamp because it has given me crap, and I will not tolerate any more crap. Although I did forget, I think we mentioned I needed to get the notions colored, and that little tiny bit of gold at the top. So I'm gonna turn this so that I can have the most advantageous angle here. Sometimes, as Cindy alluded to earlier, sometimes when you put your brush down, paint comes up and doesn't go down. And that means that you have reached it in the worst possible moment, where it is not only not dry, but also rather sticky. So it will stick to your brush and it will abandon ship and pick itself up from the stamper and follow your brush. So when you are going to be facing polish in that particular inconvenient moment of drying, you're going to want to face it with a lot of polish on your brush so that it can pull stuff down and it won't be able to pull itself up, if that makes any sense at all. All right, so now I'm going to get the gold. This is a AliExpress gold. Nicole Diary is a brand made in China, along with Born Pretty and Nicole Diary and Havranauta, I think is the name. Anyway, so here we go. We're in frame. We're going to go ahead and just really quick. Golly, I hope I'm not getting sick. I stayed healthy for so long in the last couple of years. I wonder why. Maybe it's because I didn't leave the house. All right, here we go. We probably don't even really have time to, what's the word? Let it dry all the way. I can make time. So here, this is a cleanup brush. I use these Wet n Wild cleanup brushes all the time. I'm going to dip it in acetone, and as you noticed, I put a reverse stamp on this stand earlier, and there were little bits of extras all around the edge there. So I make them meld into the shape of the nail with my light application of acetone. So there's that. And I think that has bought me enough time to do this little remaining bit with you. Thank you all for joining me. I hope this has been okay. I'm trying to get brave to start videos again. I've had the hardest time with anxiety. And I start to have a panic attack every time I think about making up a video. Where is my okay, here's sticky base coat. So we did have a little bit of gradient here, I remind you. And then I'm gonna make this all sticky. Put it back where it goes. I mean, it's not a bad mani design. I'm digging it pretty hard. All right, so we're gonna put this in the middle here. And go. We go. We go, we go. Okay, I'll be posting a picture of this somewhere on my various accounts, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or whatever. But I'll be posting this. Et voila! C'est vrai, Cindy, it's true. We have a mani. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you've all liked it. Let me know if you like this method of choosing with my handy dandy pendulum. I don't know where I put it. This is part of my problem. Anyway, I'm so glad they came out great. Thank you so much for all of your help. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you for helping give me that little step up. Every step up I make is closer to posting a real video. So, thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you guys on the flip side. So, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be releasing videos soon, in case you're tempted to subscribe, I promise. Bye-bye.